Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and apparently we had a whopping 2 spoilers today, but I've got to jump back to, I think, yesterday's spoilers, because there is quite a bit of confusion about something I said and the way that the card is designed for Sorin Vampire Lord. So let's look at that for a second. Apparently some very arrogant, false, know-it-all, just ignorant idiots in my comment section. I mean like 10 plus of them. Like, this was unreal. They all posted something to the effect of, "Oh, Des, you're an idiot. You misread that wrong. It says until end of turn right there. You said they're missing until end of turn, but it's right there in the thing." It reads, -8, until end of turn, each vampire you control gains this ability. The ability is tap, gain control of target creature. I'm not that surprised that a small portion of people are confused by this, and actually I'm not that surprised that people are very, very confident in their wrong, I don't know, you can't really call it an opinion, incorrect interpretation of the rules. You guys, you wouldn't even believe the sheer volume of comments I delete where it's just blatantly wrong. It is factually incorrect. I do believe that on a recent video, somebody said, "Actually, you got that wrong. Dragons of Tarkir came out before Fate Reforged." Yeah, we got a rule on this channel about just blatant misinformation in the comment section. I'm going to delete every single comment like that. That's factually wrong. Like people saying, "Actually, that's not how Death Touch works. Oh, that's not how Trample works." Yes, it is. Look it up. Like, why are you so confident when you're that wrong? It's amazing. So, until end of turn, each vampire gains that ability. At the end of your turn, they cease having that ability. Completely separate from this activated ability of the Planeswalker, your vampires have gain control of target creature when you tap them. Period. Not until end of turn. Do not give them back at the end of turn. You keep those permanents forever. If Sorin leaves play, you still keep them. If the vampire responsible for stealing it leaves play, you still keep it. You are the new controller of that permanent permanently. And don't say, "When did they bounce it back to hand?" If they bounce it back to hand and recast it, it is considered a new permanent. It is not considered the same permanent. It's the same card, but it's a different permanent. And that, at a technical level, is why that rule works. Fun fact. You know, maybe I should try what I did on that other video, although most of the people ended up deleting their comments when people just tore them to pieces. Every time somebody posts something blatantly wrong or a ridiculously inaccurate correction to my video, I just pin it. It's not very nice, but it really started annoying me in one video. Anyway, the spoilers for today are just 2 cards. First up, we got Blood-Soaked Altar. It's a 6 cost because apparently everything in the set costs 6 for some reason. You can tap it, pay 2 life. Oh, that'll work great with that Unplayable 8 cost demon. Discard a card, sacrifice a creature, and create a 5/5 black demon creature token with flying. Hey, they didn't give it trample this time. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. So are you thinking what I'm thinking? Get 50 spell points and cast Ritual of Sanctification on it. Wrong game though, but yeah, that's pretty much what that creepy looking altar you would expect that to do. I mean, 2 life, okay, you know, discard a card, that ain't no joke. And then sack a creature, like all 3. I'd say all you get out of it is a 5/5 flyer, but those are fairly effective in combat. Doesn't have haste, by the way, so they do have 1 turn to respond. And also, they saw this in play and knew it was coming. And also, this costs 6. So I like it. It's one of those things where, like, you have a proper, appropriate amount of time to blow this up. By the way, it's a black artifact. Pretty sweet. But yeah, you can, you know, remove it, blow it up, counter the ability with Repudiate. I mean, whatever. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. And it's not just like, oh, it's all happening at once. You have 1 phase. Okay, no, you're dead now. Like some kind of haste, trample, hexproof, some nightmare. I don't know. Some cards, some effects, some triggers, some combos are way too fast. They do not give your opponent time to respond properly. Very drastically overpowered. But this is just like, okay, we're getting pretty late in the game. I've got 6 mana available. Let's drop this in. Hopefully I can win with this in a couple turns. I love cards like that. Very fair, very effective, powerful, usually valuable, but they're fair and they're an appropriate speed. I actually do think, though, it's like maybe 3% overpowered, and it should have said sacrifice a non-token creature. Just so that you can't take the bulky, ooh, I threw out 10 of them, you know, zombies or whatever, servos or just whatever. I mean, just for like logic's sake, you should have said non-artifact creature just to keep literally the servos out. Not that I think you can generate many of those in standard. Orthopters, you know, but it's like, you can't sacrifice a robot on the altar and summon a demon. That doesn't make sense. I mean, the flavor text is literally blood seeps into the stone and darkness emerges. No, it would probably just be Pennzoil and WD-40. And the next card is yet another Vivienne because we just haven't had enough of her in Standard yet. Oh gee guys, what should we do as a follow-up to War of the Spark? I know, let's put a ton of Planeswalkers in the next set. That makes sense logically. What a safe and great idea. Anyway, she is triple green +1, so that's like, yeah, you're probably playing mono green, but honestly, that's the deck I would put it in. So, 4 loyalty, 4 for 4, okay, pretty fair. Those are usually the best Planeswalkers out there, because 3, they got it really shorted on power. +1, distribute 2 1/1 counters among up to 2 target creatures. They gain trample until end of turn. So her +1 could be lethal. You drop her in and just, oh, here you go, my 5/5 or 6/6, 7/7, whatever. Now it's 1 bigger and I'm swinging with trample. I win. Potentially. I mean, I'd say it's on par with like a game-winning instant. And for 4 mana it should be, but then remember, then she's sitting there with 5 loyalty in case you don't actually finish the game yet. So, -3, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalkers. So it's Thrash, I believe. It's a 2-sided card, I don't remember. I think it is the Thrash side. Anyway, that's ridiculous. So not only can your creature not die, because it's not a true force fight, but it can take down a planeswalker too. I mean, that's ridiculous. It does leave her with 1 loyalty, but that's still utterly ridiculous. In a large green creature, mono green ramp deck, neither one of those would be like, oh, I don't have a good target. Oh, this isn't going to work. No, it's going to work, and it's going to be devastating. And then her -5, you heard me right, -5, literally the amount of loyalty she has about 3 seconds after you drop her into the battlefield, because it's 4 and you'd +1 her. The next turn, you may choose a creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Oh, that almost said on the battlefield. I bet the first draft of it said that. So something like this, it's always like, well, this, it sounds good in theory, but it's limited by the craziest crap that's in Standard right now. Probably in green. Which would probably be Gulta or Carnage Tyrant, both of which, in coordination with that +1, would be devastating. And the -3. I mean, I don't think you're going to -5 and -3 here in quick succession. But hell, maybe it's a proliferate deck. Maybe you are. I mean, you could run this in a swarm deck, like the Selesnya swarm deck that they're trying to push, and just go get Zetalpa. I mean, assuming you have the mana to bring it out, there you go. Now it's in your hand. I mean, this is basically just a tutor effect, which, yeah, a -5 when she comes out with 4 for just 1 tutor effect, not that great, but it could be something so overpowered that you didn't even put it in your deck. Like something that costs 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, who knows. There is that indestructible Convoke Worm thing. So you still have to be able to cast it, but your exposure to it being an absolute boat anchor in your opening hand is 0 because it's outside the game. They need to stop with this outside the game crap because it doesn't even work in certain formats like Commander unless you're playing by like some weird friendly modified rules or something, or I don't even remember what the final ruling was on that. I mean, let's be honest, Commander barely even has rules. I'm just so sick of it. I mean, that stupid Masterminds acquisition, I'm sick of that stupid card and the stupid degenerate crap it does. Karn, I'm sick of him. Going to get the exact pieces of an infinite combo. Yeah, thanks for that one. Love playing against that on Arena. If you haven't seen that one, consider yourself lucky. It's a very new deck. It's just inherently broken because you can go fetch something really weird, obscure, and specific that does not belong in your deck at all, but it's also, a 0 risk of being drawn the entire game. That's just too much. It's too good. So that said, overall, I don't think she's really all that overpowered. I mean, I think the +1 is a little much. I should have taken trample off it and maybe made it like 3 1/1 counters. That would be more typical green, or make it the exact same thing, but make it -1 and then give her a better positive. Or I should say a worse positive. But whatever. I mean, I'm sure people will play it. Not nearly as bad as the other Vivienne or any of the Nissas that are printed right now in Standard. But if you read the story involving her, Vivienne is such an absolute just bullshit feminist, like one-dimensional just SJW mannequin inserted into the story to look woke and to push their ridiculous agenda that men are the worst. It's so aggravating and irritating and such a tired, just 3 years ago, everybody's over it, nobody's buying it, just bullshit story. So thanks, Wizards, for completely ruining what could have been a good character. I'm legitimately sick of seeing her on cards just because she is such a fake, stupid, forced affirmative action character. She has 0 backstory. It's like the gay character in a movie. They're just there to gay it up. They don't do anything. They don't progress the plot. They're just, oh, look, a gay person. Wow, pat yourself on the back for putting a gay person in your movie. When in reality, most people see right through it and they're like, that's just pandering, that's pathetic. It's actually downright insulting. Des, you should keep politics and social stuff out of your videos. Wizards put it in. I'm just commenting on it. They started it. This is official story, official canon. These are official characters in the game. Deal with it. I'm going to comment on it. They're the ones who started it. And finally, a bunch of people have requested I talk about this. I don't know why. You should already know what my opinion is. So, Polyraptor and Marauding Raptor. Oh no, a game-ruining infinite combo. It's Saheeli Cat combo all over again. It's not. Shut up. People are getting all alarmist, end of the world. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, it's a 2 cost and an 8 cost, and you need both of them. It's a 4/4 combo, and there's no other way to pull it off. So, you got about a 10% chance of these cards meeting up in any given game. Then you have to have the mana to get out Polyraptor. Secondly, there already was multiple infinite Polyraptor combos. And those ones were like pseudo-infinite because you could just change the target or like decline a May ability and just have like 100 Raptors out and then stop it. This combo cannot be stopped because the new Raptor is always targeted. Then you create a new one, then you create a new one. You can't stop it. You can't do anything to stop this ability unless you repudiate your own ability. And surprise, that card is off color. So a 2/8 mana combo that's a 4/4 combo when there's a better combo already in standard and it's going to ruin the game. Here's a fun fact. Because of rules, if you can't stop an infinite combo, the game ends in a draw. So you actually don't even win. But people are saying, oh, people use it to troll on Arena. Probably, but they're not going to get the combo off. They'll try. And another point, because I forgot what number we're on, there is a 1 cost, 1 card combo that can end the game in a draw. I know because somebody pulled this crap on me. So forget the Raptors, forget, oh, this has to come together with this and do this. No, it's a 1 cost, self-contained game drawing card. And it's legal and standard right now. It's called Spear Spewer, probably because Spear Chucker is apparently a very offensive term. Where my Boondocks fans at? It deals 1 damage to each player. Guess what happens if each player, you and your opponent both have 1 life? Tap him, game ends in a draw. I know this because some dick did it to me, but I mean, what do I expect him to do? Not force a draw? I was going to kill him on the next swing. I had a flyer. And, you know, good luck setting this up, but it is only 1 card. Just saying. I think it's easier to set up than a 2 Raptor combo where one of them costs 8. You know, especially with cards like Banefire, but then again, just add 1 and just win the game. So, I mean, you know, it's not the most realistic thing. I'm just saying, people have forced draws on Arena. I've had it happen to me. So how about everybody calm the hell down and only overreact and freak out and spread this all over Reddit and all of social media when it's an actual infinite combo that actually wins the game and actually is important. Oh, and kudos to you if it's actually a realistic combo to pull off. I mean, there's some pretty broken, degenerate combos in Standard right now because of the awful design of this set. Find those and complain about them. You know, you got to pick your battles, and you got to be a little bit more intelligent about assessing these cards. So anyway, pretty crap day overall for spoilers and for M20 and discussions and the intelligence of the community as a whole. And I just worked 14.5 straight hours, mostly out in the hot sun. I'm going to go take a shower. I'll see you guys next video.